Oh, good evening, everyone. Well, actually, good morning. It's 4 a.m. here, somewhere around there. I'm here in Pennsylvania. Now, I told you folks before, if you watched any of my older videos, that I've been selling on eBay since like 1999. I've been selling for quite a while. And what I did in the beginning is when I would sell an item, I would print off the papers for the item that sold so that I could keep track of it for taxes, because I've always done my taxes. Always paid taxes on my eBay sales, even from the very start. I always did. Not because I'm super honest or anything like that, but because I wanted to have proof of income for things like getting loans and things like that. So not that I'm not honest, but anyway, so I was going through some stuff, and I kept all that stuff, all those papers. I kept them all for the longest time until I bought my house 10 years ago, and then I stopped printing them off, but I actually got rid of at least two of them, big totes full of them. I recycled them, and then I just kept the other ones because I kept some for a while. So I was going through them, and I thought maybe I'd go through them with you and myself and go back over memories of things I used to sell. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I got a bunch of them right here. I just grabbed some of them out of a crate downstairs. I don't know. There's got to be hundreds here. These are from 2002, and I don't know. Maybe it'd give you an idea of what things sold for back then, or a lot of it's not. I sold pretty common stuff. I still sell pretty common stuff. I set prices higher and things like that. But back then I ran a lot of auctions. I don't know if I did too much fixed price at all, or if there even was a fixed price back then. I'm not sure. But anyway, so this was actually a group from one buyer, okay, who bid on multiple auctions, and at that time I had a set price for an auction, and then for shipping price, and then I had a combined price, and then I had free shipping after that. So anything they bought after the second one, they got free shipping on. So basically these were Emily Loring paperback books. They were romance books, and it says here that I sold, what was it? There's 10 of them for $7.25. Another 10 for $6.51. 7 more for $6.51. 10 of them for $4.26, and 7 more for $4.59. So, that was like $30 or something like that for probably 30 or 40 books, something like that. I'm not keeping track of them, but you can still sell Emily Loring books. I just sold some. It's been a while since I sold them. Maybe a year ago. But then I got them last year at a yard sale. I got them for 10 cents a piece, and I sold a bunch. I sold that, and Grace Livingston Hill. I had a big box of them I got for. Actually, I think I got the whole. They were 10 cents a piece, but since I bought the whole box, the lady wanted to get rid of them, so she gave them to me for $1, something like that. She just wanted to get rid of them. So, and I sold the Grace Livingston Hill books in that lot. I think I got $30 for them. So that was pretty cool. The Emily Loring books are a little harder to come by. But they also don't have as many people who are interested in them. So that's that. And then, let's see, the next one here, it looks like some Christian books. Oh, it's just one. Looks like it went to one guy. Yeah, just one. It was $5.50 for a book called The Sermon on the Mount by a guy named Emmett Fox. So these were all auctions. None of these were, there's $4.99, for 2 old Latin books. That's cool. $2.99 for something called Marcus Tullius Cicero, 7 Orations. So I used to get a lot of books. I sold a lot of books. Everything was 7-day auctions, 7-day auctions, 7-day auctions. And I guess I wasn't too worried about prices back then, but that's, that's 2002, so that's, 13, 14 years ago. So, that's not really, if you're getting the books for 10 cents or whatever, and you $2.99 for them, I mean, I'd price it a lot higher today, or I wouldn't even do it. But this was, back then I was totally just doing eBay, pretty much eBay and flea markets. And so, what's the difference between selling it on eBay for $3 or selling it at the flea market for $3? I gotta ship it and stuff, but I usually made money on the shipping too. So that's kind of interesting. Something else here, looks like it was another romance book. I sold it for $7.27. Again, it was an auction. It was called The Highlander's Last Song by George MacDonald, which I think he's a Christian writer too. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. Yep, that's just the same thing. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And this next one was 4 Harlequin romance books by Margaret Way. I sold them for $3. Yeah, I'd actually price them higher today. I'd have them priced higher today too if I had some. And then Gene Stratton Porter was a big one to sell if you could get the books in decent condition. And I sold this. I used to get this a lot. I usually actually have buyers that would buy more than one book. So, but this one's just for I got that Girl of the Limberlost, and that was $3. So nothing real exciting here so far, but you never know what I'm gonna run into. I've sold some cool stuff. When Knighthood Was in Flower by Cascaden, that was $3. I must have had a thing that week with starting things out at $3 because it don't look like they got more than one bid. And here's one for Our Mutual Friend by Charles Dickens, and that one was $7.75. It doesn't tell me how many bids it got on it, which that would be really cool if it had how many bids were on it. That would be really great. But I printed them all off. I printed everything off, all the information and all that stuff. So, it's a lot of paper. It was a lot of paper, really. I mean, I probably totes this big, the big blue like plastic milk crates, and they were stacked full and they were heavy. I don't know why I moved them all up here to the house when I moved. I mean, there's a lot of weight to move. I should have just recycled them back. I don't know if there was any recycling for them back then. So, A Captive of Gore. That's a science fiction series. You might have seen the movie they had there a couple years ago called John Carter. I think it was called John Carter. That was the main character in the Gore series by John Norman. So yeah, that one sold for $4, $3.99. What do we got here? This is I can't think of anything cool to talk about with these Anne of Green Gables 3-in-1, $5. A lot of times I can remember stuff and I can tell stories about it. But there's just so much of this. Off the Beaten Path, a scenic vacation book for $3. And these were 2002. Yeah, we're still 2002. Another one for $3. Arms of Our Fighting Men. No wonder I had to work so hard back then to make money on eBay. $2.99, $2.99, $2.99. Holy cow. $6.54. Outline of English Literature, 1886. Another one. And what do we got here? There's several here. Okay, Birds of Pennsylvania by George Sutton. That sold for $4.25. The Poems and Plays of Robert Browning, $7.81. Yep. And then for $1.99, I sold George Orwell's Animal Farm. I liked the movie. I didn't read the book, but I did like the movie. I suppose I'm gonna recycle all these papers. This is boring. You think it's boring? I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me to look back and see how much my business has changed. I sold a science fiction book, Poor Eternity. I can't say this guy's name. I think it's Chera. Alright, but that was $4.99 for that book. And then, let's see. Looks like $6.50 for 7 Teddy Ruxpin books. And then we got, oh wow, this looks like a multiple buyer one here. 2 old Christian Bible books. I don't have a price on that one. There it is. No, this is different. Oh, is it? Oh, it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. And that was for $3.99. I used to sell a boatload of Christian Bible books. I mean, Bibles. I used to sell Bibles. Bibles would sell like crazy. But, then again, not for a lot. Although I did have, there was one that I sold one time. It was, I probably told this story already. It was a hardcover for, it was a Schofield. It was a Schofield, but it was an NIV from like 1968 or something. I don't know what. I'm not sure what it was now. It could have been an NASV. But the guy who bought it actually, for some reason, he thought it was a leather cover. And after he bought it, he was telling me, he emailed me and told me this big story about this Bible and how much he'd love the quality of it and all this stuff. And I was like, he paid $28 for it, and that was a lot more than what I was thinking I was going to get for an old hardcover Bible. So I emailed him back and told him, asked him about it, and he basically emailed me back and said that experience is a hard lesson learned, and he actually paid for he did pay for the Bible and had me mail it to him, even though it wasn't what he really wanted. He paid for it anyway and took it. So I told him he didn't have to, but because I could have just redone it. But you think about it. If it went for $28, there was 2 people looking at it. There was at least 2 people bidding on it. So somebody else was willing to pay almost that much as well. So, and we got Prince of the House of David. And these that went for $12.60. That was by J.H. Ingraham. I used to sell a lot of Christian books. I sold a lot of Christian books because it's just they were easy to come by. I must have got them cheap somewhere. I know I bought out a whole old bookstore, but that wasn't until 2005. So these are from 2002. So I bought that bookstore out, and they had a whole upstairs. I spent a lot of money for that stuff. But anyway, there's $2.50 for the 2 Towers by J.R. Tolkien. So that was only $2.50. So I'm sure it was a paperback, but did they still sell? This is probably before the movies came out. But before the last movies here came out. So I don't even know if there was. I don't know. What do you got here? We got. Think I should quit? Think I've done enough? Are you tired of watching? Alright, well. 10 Betty Neal's early Harlequin romance books. Now, these went for $14.50. I still sell Betty Neal's Harlequin romance books. They still sell. You don't get a whole lot of money for them sometimes. Sometimes you can get more than other times. But those are all auctions. So now I don't really do auctions very much. So now it's, if there was 10 of them, I probably would have put $25 on it with the best offer and taken what I could get, so Anyway, yeah, I'll do another one. Rod and Staff. Rod and Staff was a homeschool. It was a Christian school curriculum that was put up by the Mennonites. I don't know if it's still a favored homeschool. It was there for a while. A lot of homeschoolers were using Rod and Staff, but I think it sort of, I noticed with homeschool, whenever a new curriculum comes out, that tends to be the one that everybody goes to. So that's probably, Rod and Staff's probably kind of slipped back into just the Mennonite schools and stuff. So anyway, I sold three of their reading workbooks for $10. So, which, if you know anything about homeschool curriculums, they were expensive, probably new. And what do we got? The Pennsylvania History of DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution. That was a book, and that sold for $10.50. And then The Golden Snare by James Oliver Curwood for $5.50. I used to sell a lot of Curwood's books, but I haven't sold them for a while. A lot of stuff with books, I still have a hard time getting away from books, but I don't want to say it. I kind of got tired of selling books. It got old, and people weren't paying as much for them. Even though here they're not paying that much as it is, but they weren't even buying them. Books sort of just kind of, you have to be a lot more picky about which books you're selling now. So, I used to sell a lot of books. I mean, I bought my house. I bought my house on what I made on eBay. So it's not like I didn't make any money doing it. So. And there's A Country Parson by James Woodford. It's James Woodford's diary, and that was a book for $4.99. I don't know. You think I should go through here and just pick out the good ones? The ones that sold for I don't know, say $20 or more. Or that's funny. Look at this. I wrote on here on this one. See if you can see it. It says, "Do not ship till check clears." That tells you how long ago that was. 2002. It's funny. It says, "I accept PayPal, money orders, personal checks. Must clear." That's funny because now you don't even get checks anymore on it. I mean, I used to get checks from all over the world. I mean, not checks, but I used to get cash from all over the world. People would send cash, international money orders, all that kind of stuff like that, but do not ship till check clears. That's funny. So what was that for? That was $5.74 for Siskiyou Pioneer Klamath River issue 1966. It must have been a magazine about Klamath River. Which, that's, I think it's over near, it's like, it goes by Mount St. Helens or something over there. If I remember right, it's over that way, somewhere I think. So, and then we had a paperback book, Gentle Pirate by Jane Castle, sold for $3.99. If you don't know, Jane Castle is also known by her more famous name of Jane Krentz. I think that's how you say her last name. Jane Castle was another name she used for romance books and stuff like that. So there's another Tolkien book, The Hobbit, sold for $3.75. So anyway, that's probably long enough. I think doing that. I'll if you like these videos of doing this, going through these things. I mean, I'm not sure why you would, but here's one. We'll just call this one for Thanksgiving. It's We Were There, Mayflower Pilgrim's History book, and that sold for $14.99. And I sold that November 19th, 2002. So, now that's interesting where it went to. Yeah, that went to a publishing company. That's pretty cool. yeah, I have a lot of these. If you have any suggestions, I mean, I could just go through and just I could just sort through them and just pull out the really good ones. Then you know, the better ones. I mean, do you really want to hear stories about $1.99 or $2.99 or $3.99 or? And it's all mostly going to be books because, like I said, I sold a lot of books. I'm not even finding anything but books here. Oh, there's some S&H green stamp smock I sold. That's cool. I'm not going to tell you how much, but because I'll tell you maybe next time or the time after that, if you want. Anyway, yeah, hit like if you like this video. If you like me doing this kind of stuff, leave a comment. If it's boring or if it sucks and you don't want to do any, you don't want to watch any more of them or whatever. If you found it interesting, that's cool. I mean, I don't put up a lot of videos very often. I don't put up too many. I'd like to do more, but maybe I will. So you can subscribe if you want. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to work. List a couple things on eBay. I got some stuff around here to list, so I'm gonna get that going. What I got a. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see it back here. It's that's where I take my pictures at right there. Right now, I change my thing around all the time, but I just got one of these baby cook things. It's got a, what do you call it? Like a food chopper right here, and it's a steamer too. So I got all the parts of it. I don't know if I'm going to sell it as a unit or if I'm going to part it out. I got to look it up yet, but I paid $5 for it today, so I'm going to get that listed probably right now. And yeah, bought this cool Dungeons and Dragons game. Missing some pieces, of course. So maybe I can part it out or something like that. I got another one, the Classic Dungeon. Bought these today. This is a TSR. They don't really sell that well, I don't think. If they're complete and like new and everything, they're pretty good. But I'll tell you what else I got today, real quick, before I go. I bought 2 boxes of these Singer Touch and Sew. What's inside of here is cams. They're called cams, and there's some other little pieces and stuff in there. What I'll do with that is, I used to just sell the whole box of parts and stuff, get what I could out of them. But I've been I picked these up at Goodwill today for $2.99 a box, and I separate them all out. I've been getting $3 a piece on the cams, which I just sold 3 of them to one lady for $15. So, but they weren't these ones; they were some other ones. I don't care. You could check. Well, you can probably figure out what my username is on eBay, but it's Estate Cleaner. So, I mean, you could check check my sold items and see how much what I sell this stuff for. So, you don't have to go back a little ways to find the other. It takes a little bit. You got to sit on them. I think I listed all them. I made, I don't know, $50 or $60 so far off that last box I put up. I put it up, I think it was July or August, something like that. And I sold pieces for $5 and $8 and $10 and $12. They're not all cams. They were the presser feet and stuff like that too. I got these today too. They're a couple of bone handled knives. They got tape all over them. There's a couple of them I got. They're by a company called Queen, which when I looked them up, the pocket knives are pretty decently priced. I couldn't find any of these, so I don't know what these sell for. Ouch, that sucker's sharp. No wonder they got tape on it. But yeah, so I was gonna go, wasn't I? Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.